And welcome inside the Alamo Dome for the Valero Alamo Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Mania. This is the 25th anniversary of this game, and what a terrific matchup we have for you. Stanford going for its 10th win, taking on TCU out of the Big 12. David Shaw and the Cardinal hoping to get a 10-win season for the 6th time. We'll get underway in San Antonio with Cole Bunce. Putting toe to leather, and a dangerous return man is Cameron Scarlett, but they'll keep the ball away from him, and the Cardinal will have the first possession. Costello going to throw on first down, a quick completion, a short gain there. Costello making his checks. You're going to see a lot of these bunch formations and also the toss to Love, and there is not much there, though. Bryce spins ahead and gets maybe a yard and a half.
For Stanford, they will run the football.
And they do, and Love looking for room, and he's not going to get it. He's going to lose a couple. From his license can knock them into the stratosphere. A dangerous return man to Cavante Turpin back, and that's just a little warm-up boot.
Prior to the snap, called start. Offense number 21. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
Joey?
He was?
He was.
That's a boom.
Bailey unleashes one that drives Turpin all the way back to his 20-yard line. But now Cavante's got room and looking for an alley, and Stanford is able to close quickly. Texas A&M and Kenny wanted to rewrite his legacy this season and make sure that people knew he was a solid quarterback, and he's had a very, very good senior season.
You're happy that they're keeping it between the tackles. Out in spaces where you have issues.
Hill is a dual threat. He nudges his way up to the 35.
Athletic guys out in space.
The slot guys is where they're looking in. The ball is deflected off of Ty Slanina's hands.
To prepare. Thinking, hey, let's break some tendencies.
Adam Nunez
Fake
rolling.
punt.
He's going to fake it. Nunez, and he's not going to get it. And the gamble from Gary Patterson does not pay off.
He's going to be on the right side of your screen. Take on the big run. Look at that. Uses his hands, get a big old offensive lineman off of him.
Ever Spates at running back, good in pass protection. Costello wanted to take the shot, pulls it down, and just throws it in the general direction of his receivers. 2nd down and 10. Love behind Nick Wilson. There hasn't been much running room so far, though you saw just how Costello, good time, throws it a little high. Was looking for Dalton Schultz, one of the tight ends. Good kicking conditions inside the Alamo Dome. On its way, and it's going to be wide to the left. And TCU at running back, Kenny Hill. Going to try to go somewhere. Got some running room if he wants it. Instead, throws it back into the middle, and it's intercepted by Frank Buncombe. Buncombe inside the 40. Still on his feet. He's going to be hit and dragged down inside the 25. So for the 2nd time tonight, Stanford has great field position.
Sometimes these kind of throws off his back foot, what does he do?
He throws bad balls when he throws off his back foot. Capitalize.
Tight ends all over the place, and Bryce Love with his 4th carry. This year, only 6 catches. Costello not looking his way. He does complete it to Irwin, and Trenton Irwin spun down at about the 16. Ball these days.
What is that?
Love has it. Love finally has a crease for the first time. Love stays on his feet. Bryce Love pushing, driving, touchdown! Lost his headgear, never lost his feet. Toner for the point after. He is true. 76 kickoffs this year have been touchbacks.
It's got to be a jinx.
Might be returnable by Turpin. Cavante Turpin looking for running room. And this stays intact of giving him safe throws. He made the last one unsafe. This one is very safe. Turpin has it in the open field, and an excellent open field tackle.
The rhythm of the TCU offense off their track.
Keep it on the ground with Hicks.
Play after play.
Hill taking a deep shot, had a man out there, threw it short, and it worked out for him. Jalen Rager, the freshman, makes the big play.
Or you get people out of the box.
Hill, quick slant. Diarse has it. John Diarse inside the 20, and the Frogs have answered and moved back into the red zone. Hill on the boot. steps out of a tackle, now throws another interception, and it was almost, he dropped it in the end.
It caught the safety off guard. I mean, this looks like a clear run.
He's very fortunate Okereke let that one squirt through, and boy, that was stuffed out by Peter Kalambayi. Hill, time, overthrows. He was looking for Shewo Alanalua. Bunts puts it on the way. And it's right down the middle. Stopped deep in their own territory. The Frogs still only down 7-3. Here's Cameron Scarlett, among the top 20 kickoff return men in the country. And Scarlett gives Stanford good field position up to about the 30-yard line. The Army and against San Diego State and the Navy today. Virginia's flat didn't show up. Good run defense again. Defensive front right now for the Frogs. Costello on second and long finds his man Connor Weddington. Weddington over the middle, and it'll be a first down. Here's Love. He's got a crease. Love has a first down. And Love's inside the 35-yard line.
Shoulder square, hits the hole as quick as anyone.
And by the way, Love over 2,000 yards now for the season.
Power toss to him.
How about this old school formation here? Everybody in tight, nothing for Love. And he is done. And he said, no, coach, I'm good. And he said he'd go for a 50-yard run. He said, I guess he's done. Costello feeling some heat, finds Weddington again, who slips a tackle, and Stanford's inside the 20. Gaggle of family members here. Enjoyed visiting with them yesterday. Costello steps up in the pocket, throws to the back of the end zone. Arcega-Whiteside is out there, and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside has a touchdown. 3 for 3, 48 yards, and a tight spiral, spinning the magic beam. Costello took advantage of the opportunity when Keller Christ, Mike Bloomgren, who is coaching in this game, be moving on to Rice. He was talking about how they were living the lives. TCU with the trick play. They had a man lying down in the end zone, and Devontae Turpin lateraled it back to Jalen Rager, and
Rager lateraled it to himself.
Illegal forward pass. Return team number 25. The penalty is 5 yards in spot of the foul.
They're saying that Turpin's pass went forward. I didn't think it did.
And here's Rager laying down
in
the end zone.
So he's 2 yards deep.
Turpin has a couple touchdown passes.
He throws it at the 8. He catches it at the 10. Yeah, that's a good call.
Floated on him. We talked to these teams before as we see Kenny Hill rolling, shovel pass to Hicks. Going to pick up a few. Sometimes, even though
a lot of bowl season, you got a lot of time to prepare.
Maybe too much time sometimes. Stanford completely prepared to stop Kyle Hicks. Kenny Hill has thrown a couple away when he's had running room before. Justin Reed is there to hit him and stop him. About to get the ball back. Pressure on the punter. This is a low line drive punt, but fair caught by Weddington. It's in record set by Christian McCaffrey. Needs 9 yards, may get it right here. Love has 10, has 12, 13, and there. Opening moments of the second quarter, Costello. This is his strong suit, throwing it deep, but he throws it right into traffic, and it is picked off. Well, the one thing that Costello has done early in his career, he'll give his receivers a chance, but he might have been well served not to put that ball in harm's way with the running back for Frogs. Hill on the boot, throwing it. Rager had it for a second. It was knocked free. It's an incomplete pass. Hill throwing it out to Diaz. He was covered tightly by Quentin Meeks.
And you no longer have the advantage of getting guys in space man to man.
Andrew David punting it away. Trenton Irwin, big time matchup with a Rose Bowl field, but being played in the greater Dallas area. Bryce Love.
Side.
Back to Love. He can get it into TCU territory. Costello calling for the ball. KJ firing to the outside. Irwin makes the catch, and he is hit immediately. Cameron Scarlett, short yardage running back, marks the fullback, shifts over, and Scarlett will run behind him, and A short yardage play that converts. Back there, Spates has returned at running back. Costello fakes it to him. Now he's got a man in the middle, and Schultz got knocked almost rear end over tea kettle. 2nd and 2. Both these teams pride themselves on being physical. Costello hit as he throws. And just go hit somebody, Nick. Here he comes. He's pulling around. That's what it is. Hey, he gave a little crease to Bryce Love, and he's got the first down. This 25th Valero Alamo Bowl. Spates has it. Spates into the secondary. Now he's back into the red zone. This is the red zone defense. It's been 2nd in the country in touchdown percentage for TCU, and this is the 3rd play in the red zone and the first time that Stanford didn't score a touchdown. Shovel to Schultz inside, and tight end getting it. And
got some serious height up top.
Costello's looking the other way. He throws it up top. J.J. Arcega, right side, his 2nd touchdown of the night. Having space. Little trouble with the hold, no trouble for Jet Toner as he knocks it through.
Wardrobe changing him? Does he go back to the black, or
if the rest of this half doesn't go well, I would say so. Here's Turpin. Turpin looking for the edge. Monte Turpin's chased out of bounds and right on cue, here goes Kenny up close to the 30-yard line. Now option look, Kenny Hill gets across the 35 and close to the 40. Joey, to your point, is
commit their linebackers to worrying about the guys being able to run it in between the type. And this is what I'm expecting right here. Let's see him out in space. And David, just like you said, that's 5 yards.
Pressure.
Yeah, and that just changed.
Quarterback's
David.
left side.
He just went inside.
Alano Lua has a first down. Shawo working his way through the Stanford secondary, and
that we've seen all night long.
It was the longest run for him, Joey, 17 yards, and there's the shovel pass to Alano Lua, who they want to run with a little more.
A lot of movement, and that's their 2 best runs.
Jet sweep look. Turpin, as in Stanford, stays home. And Perez making the stop just after it was over. 3rd down. Hicks looking for room. Nice bounce to the outside. Hicks inside the 20 and finally knocked out of bounds, and TCU's in business. Alameen Murphy try to build a little momentum. Kenny Hill firing up top. Diar's got a hand on it but couldn't catch it.
Down, keep running it.
Now Hill may run it this time. Kenny keeping it himself, and he gets into the end zone for the Horned Frog touchdown.
And when it's only 21-10.
With just over 3 minutes to play in the first half, Frogs will get the ball first in the second half and see if they can get a stop, perhaps get it one more time, or will Stanford answer with Cameron Scarlett? Dangerous kickoff man, almost squirted free. Bryce Love has a touchdown tonight. He tries to go back the other way. He gets away from Blacklock, but there are a lot of black jerseys around. Banagoo.
Speed of TCU's defense against them.
He stayed home, lost 7. Now Costello just throws it away. He had Rush right in his face. Just to go here in the half. Running play, Love looking to the outside. A little bit of room, but not nearly enough. To see if he can flip the field. That is not necessarily his best effort. Desmond White has an opportunity. Pretty good coverage downfield by the Cardinal, but TCU, this game, Joey will make his way to New Orleans for the other semifinal. Kenny Hill scrambling to his left. Hill going to pick up some yards, get across the 45 out close to the first down, and he'll have it. It was the only touchdown drive of the first half so far for TCU. Hill throwing to the outside, and he overshoots Jalen Rager.
We do it this season.
Hicks up inside, and now pressure coming, picked up pretty well. Hill steps away from it. Kenny still on his feet, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down without getting a pass interference penalty, untimed down, or having the Hail Mary be completed. Kenny Hill throwing to the end zone. A lot of white shirts out there, and it was deflected and then intercepted. Bankham with his second interception of the first half. They tried to knock it down and almost didn't. Joey Galloway and Quick Kesnick on the call. Glad to have you with us from San Antonio tonight. kickoff hits the pylon. It'll be another touchback.
Running the ball, that's where they found their success in the second quarter.
Though Bryce Love set that Stanford single-season record in the first half, he was largely held in check. So Hill firing and has his man out there. Jarrison Stewart making the grab. 12 schools. He beat Stanford a couple of times in 07 and 08, including immediately after that epic upset that Stanford had against USC.
Yes, keep it going.
Second down and short. They'll let Kenny throw it to the outside, and some miscommunication as White continued on his route up the field. Kenny's had one big play on third down. He'll cut it up on the option, has the first down, gets into Stanford territory, surrounded by a host of white jerseys. Ben Edwards was first. Coordinator for TCU, the former Texas Tech quarterback. Hill to throw it on first down. He'll pull it down again, and Kenny goes for the slide. He gets the name. A throwback to Snell. Slips one tackle and gets inside the 40. He's close to the first down.
Kit Kat,
Former NFL quarterback. Shuffle pass, look, Alano Lua has it, first down, he's inside the Stanford 30, and TCU with a really strong opening drive.
Vulnerable.
Motion in the swing out to Desmond White. He can throw it, and he throws it back to Kenny Hill. Hill's got open space and an escort, and Hill waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Rhythm of the TCU offense.
Trick plays don't work for Stanford, though.
The extra point is no good. The singer and guitar players, he jumped in, was able to play some country music. Harrison Phillips from Stanford said, "You were playing country. I hope you're playing the blues after the game." And Gary used that one to get himself fired up. That'll be Saturday afternoon as Capital One Bowl mania continues. Bryce Love looking for running room. A good gain on first down up to about the 27. It ends on some of the smaller TCU defenders. There's the toss, and Love hits up to the 30. It's going to bring up a third down.
Oh, you want to go off tackle.
Nick Wilson and Daniel Marks back there behind the running back, and there's not much push up front.
He's still pushing though. Look at just look at the inside. There's four guys,
and the officials are they're signaling him to go ahead and move the chains. They waited a little while and looked at it. I was watching the chains across the way as Cameron Scarlett, their short yardage guy, gets on top of that pile.
What y'all think? Y'all think he got it?
Apparently they eyeballed it.
One set, tight ends up top now.
It's SEC officiating crew. There's the power toss again. There's Love. Love into the open field. Bryce Love, foot race. Does he have enough on that ankle? Being chased by the fastest man on the Horned Frog team, Gladney, and he did not catch him in time. Touchdown, Bryce Love. Another big run, 69 yards to the house.
It's in his right hand. Watch when he gets pulled back out of bounds. The ball doesn't. Does it hit the pylon in that direction?
Touchdown.
The season TCU has allowed, and just like that, Love, who was averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Back to his average?
Well under his average. Not quite, but he's
Close.
up to 7.5 yards a carry after Kenny Hill gets it back, throws it out to Hicks in the flat. He's chased down after a pickup of maybe one. Justin Reed, LSU, and now for the 49ers. His dad was a track star at LSU. Kenny Hill firing into the middle, and he's got his man. Making the grab is Rager, in the freshman. It's it across the 40.
Drives the ball much better.
Beautiful duck.
Hill plenty of time, dumps it over the middle to Hicks. Kyle has a first down, gets into Stanford territory. Now here's something to watch. Receivers from TCU now.
Like Hicks right now.
And Ben Edwards and company be able to do that. There's Hicks getting inside the 40 on 2nd and 4. Hill taking a shot. Got a man out there, and he throws it out of bounds. Too much for Dylan Thomas. It'll be third down. Alano Lua going to get that big body turned upfield. Gets the first down, sheds a tackler, and Shewo Alano Lua is down to the 25-yard line.
Better cut because they're coming.
Hill firing out there. Rager reaching for it, and he couldn't pull it in. Two backs. Snell going in motion. Hill looks that way, and instead they'll tunnel it to Diar's. John Diar's muscling his way down close to the 10-yard line. A Stanford headgear came out of that pile. Hill looking for some room. Hill firing back into the end zone. Touchdown TCU, Desmond White.
Way too much time. Somebody's got to get a little more pressure.
TCU missed the last extra point. This one is true. Getting victories. Some of the other conferences with more games to play coming up. On the return for Stanford, Cardinal. The answer is often love. Look at that balance. Look at the balance at running back. Bunch formation to the right, and Stanford will run it that way and hit in the backfield and stop before Ross Blacklock loses his headgear. Costello getting heat, gets rid of that. Scarlett, a rare catch by a running back for Stanford. Scarlett ripping deep into TCU territory, and the Cardinal back in the red zone. Stanford running backs apparently. Back to Love.
Oh, if he scored it out of that one now, we were just going to have to tip the cap.
Might have the whole explosion back. There's the toss to Scarlett. Scarlett, a good running back in his own right, and he gets down.
It looks like the man-to-man outside. I'm just going to throw the jump ball and let our receiver.
Throws it to the back of the end zone. He was looking for his roommate, was Costello, and unable to make the grab. He's going to try to pay off the long pass to Cameron Scarlett with 3 points, and he does. Likely have to make that decision. Another booming kickoff. Turpin will take a knee.
The last 2 quarters of this game.
Harrison Phillips has been pretty quiet. A reverse to Kavante Turpin. He gets by Kalambayi.
What a
but
play.
Stanford defends that very, very well.
Still take the small stuff.
Takes care of the football.
Take the easy stuff underneath.
And he does. Turpin has it, and this time he does turn upfield. Kavante using that speed, and good open field tackle right at the 30-yard line.
I mean, all of his weight came down on that left ankle. It looked like on the backside right there.
Yep. Right one rolled a little bit too, but the left one
fully
took the worst
extended
of
too.
it. Yeah. And Phillips has gone to the outside hoping to get some. A pass to the outside and the first down. White makes another catch. He had the touchdown catch. Ball's out. Stanford trying to strip it away, and they do, and take it away after TCU had picked up the first down. Malik Antoine.
Good yards and made it a 3rd and 4, and they have a first down going here, and they've been moving the ball these last 2 quarters very easily. Stanford's defense.
The only thing that hasn't gone Okariki's way tonight is he dropped an interception opportunity. Love's hit in the backfield and might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. They'll have to snap it again, and they do. KJ Costello and Traven Howard arrived just as the ball did. The 4th quarter, Stanford on top of TCU by 8. KJ Costello with pressure in his face. He's looking for Arcega-Whiteside. Was hurt earlier, is back to receive the punt from Stanford. So TCU will lose some field position as Turpin really had to fight that ball carrying late, but he made the play. Glad to have you with us from the Valero Alamo Bowl. Hill, just in front of his end zone, has a man out there. It is Rager, and he's off to the races. Nobody will catch him. Hill, throwback, has a man. Oh, and he absolutely dropped it. That was Garrett Altman, a guard. Now
Third quarter and early in the 4th. We got 4 scores already.
2-point game is Cameron Scarlett. Scarlett pushes up across the 30-yard line. 69-yard touchdown run here in the second half. Here's Love.
Oh.
A terrific tackle. Scrimmage. Stanford will call 3 plays at time and count on the quarterback to get them in the right one. A lot of Horned Frogs back there to greet Love, and they stop him for maybe half yard. Ball came out again. Let's see if he was down before. I think Stanford jumped on it anyway. Let's have a look at it. There were a lot of frogs around, and Bryce got knocked around.
He's still on top of the body. Still,
Yeah.
They haven't blown the whistle. They should have blown the whistle by now. You know what? You saw this a lot late in the season with him.
He stopped and cost Stanford a lot of yards. 3rd down and 18. Pressure on Costello. Costello is knocked down.
You said it's the first sack of the day, by the way.
Maybe after that last play.
Wow.
Costello, I told you guys, Bailey,
Goodness gracious.
he'll flip that field. Here's White. Did he outkick his coverage? Here's White down the sidelines. White on the way. Another big play for TCU, and the Frogs have the lead.
This is what I was trying to tell you. The distance that the punt returner has when he gets the ball in his hands is too great for your return team. And now there's a lot of room for an athletic guy to make some guys miss. And that's why White catches this ball and turns it up. And now all of a sudden, he's out in space.
Flag as well.
Easy.
I'm glad they didn't.
I'm just saying, they
Come
do
on,
call
baby.
it.
Come on. Purple.
Short kickoff. That's Maddox.
High step,
That's a
trip and
touchdown.
stumble, whatever you call
Can't
it.
call that.
So now Stanford back to work in TCU. Costello steps up, arm hit. Only a couple of catches tonight, giving him some space at the bottom of the screen. Whiteside is there, Tejada in the open field, and Whiteside Arcega beats him, and Tejada gets him by the shoestring. Wheel, Scarlett's out there, and there's the running back again for the 2nd time tonight. Cameron Scarlett finally wrestled down, maybe, eventually. Inside the 20-yard line is Scarlett, who only had 4 catches all season.
If you can find Parkinson up top, he's a huge target.
Here's the toss to Love. And he is wrapped up and treated rudely by Ross Blacklock.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 90, defense number 56, offense number 54. That's the first unsportsmanlike conduct foul for each of those players. The down counts, it's 2nd down.
Here at the beginning, he kind of grabs him here. So
That's not illegal.
yeah, that's
not illegal.
I don't think that's a big deal.
That's a push in the back. That's illegal.
That's why they were sorting, because they were really talking about
Force a field goal attempt this time. Cardinal with other ideas behind Bryce Love. Love gets inside the 15 before he's stood up and knocked down.
to throw the ball. In this situation, I might run it.
They are going to throw it underneath. Got his man, the freshman Weddington again, and it's a 1st down. Scarlett. Nope.
I don't like going that big from the 4-yard line. It's
Too small.
Small is 5'10" too.
Costello throwing it up. Incomplete. 3rd down coming.
Gets a big body in the slot, takes away the double team out wide.
They throw it up. Arcega Whiteside fights for the ball. Flag comes in, and he just beat Ranthony Tejada for the touchdown. His 3rd touchdown catch of the night. But Tejada grabbed him, held him, interfered with him. Still couldn't stop him.
Take his shirt off, it doesn't matter. And you've seen him do that all year long. That's nothing new. Strong hands, slot, because they got Smalls out wide.
Right back at it. And that time they were looking for Smith, and it was a little too tall, and it's a 1-point lead for the Cardinal. Back in it, but Stanford has shown toughness as well. 76-yard touchdown drive to let them regain the lead, and the difference at the moment is at halftime to lose in triple overtime to TCU. Frogs hoping for more heroics. Underneath and complete, and there in space goes Jalen Rager. Rager, who had the
Underneath stuff has killed him.
Here's Desmond White. White scored every which way tonight, with the exception of a run. He's thrown a touchdown pass.
Roll.
Frogs have 2 tight ends in the game. Hill, Alanalua. Shewo into Stanford territory down to the 45. He's completed his last 8. To the ground now. Alanalua, 1st down and more, and running through defenders, and taking the worst of that one was Frank Buncombe. Back to the ground, Alanalua Squirts through inside the 25 and another first down for TCU, and it looks like Stanford's starting to get worn down.
160 for Stanford, so that offense has been cooking.
There's a blitz. There's finally Stanford brings a blitz. Kenny Hill too confident in the pocket.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hicks. Hicks down to the 15.
That's right now.
Hands on
he
hips.
is dead tired.
Hill to Hicks. Can Hicks get there? No, he cannot. Fourth down coming in a terrific stop. 33 yards out. He's made one from 38 tonight. Bunts on the way. Frogs back on top by a deuce. One of those Big Ten SEC matchups in Nashville. And now here comes Cameron Scarlett. And Scarlett will be stopped about the 25-yard line.
That's awesome. Better get it snapped.
Play of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Success on the last drive using the size advantage on the outside. Can Costello do that again? Throwing inside to Irwin and breaking on the ball nicely is Tejada. And headed up, I would imagine, to ask his way into this game. Costello throwing to Irwin. Tejada there to make the stop after a short gain. Third down and 10 coming. Love up and down the sideline, hoping he gets a chance. Flag flies.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 75. 5-yard penalty, it remains third down.
Right now, more pressing is to get that first down any way they can. Costello throwing it in the middle, and it's intercepted if he held it. And it's gained.
A tough throw.
How many times have you seen this ball this season if you've watched Stanford and their receivers go and make a great play for him and bail Costello out? That time, Gaines had none of it. Great coverage, way to play the football.
For Gaines' first pick of the season, now on the ground with Hicks, his TCU is to hang on to the football. Productive defensive lineman, period. Likely his last game at Stanford. Alana Lua, who's really played well tonight. This is a guy who has been challenged by Patterson. McCaffrey, Gerhardt, and over the years, Stephon Taylor. Kenny Hill takes the knee, and TCU's going to run out.
Tell you what, he's shown toughness. I know that. Making a couple really bad decisions, but stayed the course. They started running him, and then you saw everything else came to life.
I'll tell you, I think Desmond White deserves a little bit of that too. Gary didn't change shirts at halftime. He stayed the course, and he gets that purple shirt doused. And it might be a little chilly at the moment, but it feels good. Two coaches who have established not just good teams, but terrific programs embrace. The final ticks going off the clock here in San Antonio as TCU. Wasn't a 31-point deficit this time, but a 18-point deficit. They overcome. They win at 39-37.